Definitely, there'll always be something that can be done to speed up. So we acknowledge that development is a process. It may not happen over time, but then to just speed up the process of resolving most of these city problems is an increase, a continued increase in terms of fiscal allocation to mitigating some of these problems, and a continued realignment of revenue responsibilities, because where we see that there's a break or a source of these problems, I think is where we have a mismatch in revenue and expenditure responsibilities of these local authorities. So in Zambia, all the local authorities are given the same responsibilities, despite the differences in their revenue capacities and revenue base. And so to resolve this problem, what then should be done to speed up the problem, the solutions, is that government should continue to increase the revenue responsibilities. If not, they should continue increasing the intergovernmental transfers to the municipalities so that we have municipalities whose expenditure responsibility are matching with the revenues that are available on their table. So you can't give me 100 responsibility, expenditure responsibility, and yet you give me one or two revenue sources, which in most cases are actually very unproductive revenue sources. So we have local authorities being in charge of revenue sources that are actually very unproductive, meaning the revenues that we're able to generate from these cannot meet uh, the expenditure that is needed for us to just be able to execute even a quarter of these functions that have been allocated to local authorities. And so to speed up that problem, we have to continue advocating that central government continues to transfer many of its revenue responsibilities to local authorities. In instances where they feel uh, these revenues may not be efficiently collected by municipalities, government can continue to collect those, but then make sure that a greater portion of whatever is collected is transferred back to municipalities so that these municipalities can have sufficient spending power to enable them maintain existing infrastructure. At the same time, remain with extra revenue that they should then invest in new infrastructure to cater for the growing population within these cities. In terms of administrative capacities, we are of the view that government should then continue to encourage capacity building, training for local authorities, particularly in financial management and the adoption of new technologies in providing service to the public. We should encourage our city engineers, city planners to continuously upgrade and be open to modern technologies of how best we can save cities.